Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful elect Akim out there pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah has created us to do, so he can wake up and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you Israelites who are scattered amongst the heathen nations that may look like the heathen nations, but your father's seed line of your lineage goes back to you being a so-called black, Hispanic, or Native American, one of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Hey, Shalom. It's your brother Halakia from the GMS Denver camp coming back once again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah, with another lesson. And in this lesson, man, we're going to continue on in Jeremiah 31, just going into some of the promises that the Most High has made unto his people, promises that will not be negated or disannulled as the pagan Christian church is telling the world. We're going to go into it with the proper understanding to show you what the Most High has promised to do for his people, you see, according to what he's spoken. Now, I want to get a few scriptures before we get into Jeremiah 31. And I'm probably going to break Jeremiah 31 into two parts. The first part, you see, going all the way down to probably Jeremiah 31 to verse 30. Then Jeremiah 31 and 31 will be a separate video. So I can bring up some other things and add it onto that, so it won't be so long. But we're going to start right here in Malachi chapter 3, verse 6. It says, "For I am Yahweh, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed." This is something important we have to understand, man, because what these pagan Christians have done for all these centuries is spew a doctrine of madness based and founded upon the Most High being a liar. They founded it on the Most High's changing, because they tell you what now the Israelites are replaced by the church. You see, which is known as supersessionism or replacement theology. It's not about the physical descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob anymore. All those promises that the Most High has made unto his people, they're disannulled. They don't matter anymore. And that's a lie. That's complete bullshit, man, because the Most High tells you right here in Malachi 3 and 6, "For I am Yahweh, I change not." The Most High does not change. Once the Most High says something, he's going to do it. Once it's spoken, it's basically done, man. So Malachi 3 and 6 says what? "For I am Yahweh, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed." You see? Now let's get another one. Let's get Hebrews 6 and 17. It says, "Wherein the Most High, willing more abundantly to show unto the heirs of promise the immutability of his counsel, confirmed it by an oath." And who are the heirs of promise? Romans 9 tells you who that is. The heirs of the promise are the Israelites. You see? Us so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the physical descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's who the heirs of promise are. The heirs of promise are not all nations. The Gospels, it all pertains to the Israelites. Those prophecies that the Most High, matter of fact, let's just get Romans 9 real quick. Romans 9 and 1, it says, "I say the truth in Mashiach, I lie not. My conscience also beareth me witness in the Holy Spirit, that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Mashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh." So the Apostle Paul right here, he's talking about his family, his bloodline, his lineage, according to the flesh, his physical descendants, his physical family. Verse 4 says what? Who are Israelites. These letters that we find written in the New Testament, they weren't addressed to the natural-born heathen nations. They were addressed to the Israelites who had been scattered to these different areas. And why were they scattered? They were scattered because of their disobedience, as the Most High told you he would do all throughout the Old Testament. The Most High tells you why he scattered Israel to all the heavens on the earth. Because of our rebellion, man. So this is why you see the apostles go on these missionary trips, man. that was going through all these lands that Jake was scattered in, preaching the gospel, telling them what we have coming to us as the Most High's people. You see? Because what? The Most High is faithful and true. None of these words have been disannulled, man. Romans 9:4 says what? Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants. You see? The adoption, that's what? Us being brought back to the Most High through Yahweh sacrifice. And only the nation of Israel is the only nation that Yahweh came for. The pagan Christians have told you Jesus Christ has come for everybody. No, man. The one you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, whose true name is Yahweh, he only came to be a sacrifice for the 12 tribes of Israel, as it is written. You can't take John 3:16 and try to apply it to everyone, because it doesn't fit. You have to read it into the proper context. Go up a few verses to see, to get the proper context, and it leads you back to the children of Israel being in the wilderness, having to look upon that brass serpent that Moses raised up. You see? So Romans 9:4. Matter of fact, let's get that word for adoption real quick. So I didn't even mean to go into all this, but it's a spirit. So that word for adoption is with the seer.
Strong's G 5206. We are the seer. We are the seer.
It says what? Adoption as sons. That relationship which the Most High was pleased to establish between himself and the Israelites, in preference to all other nations. Why? Because the Israelites are his chosen people that had to be brought back unto him through the sacrifice of his son, Yahweh. And this is why the apostles were going all throughout these different countries, namely mainly the Apostle Paul. You see, going out through all these countries. And you had a few other apostles that went out as well through all these other lands. You see? And they were preaching the gospel of reconciliation. Being brought back to what? Being brought back to the Most High through Yahweh. Being reconciled, being restored as the Most High's people. Being brought back to our former condition. You see? That's the gospel. And why are we being brought back to our former condition? So we can come into these things that the Most High has promised unto our forefathers with an oath. Romans 9:4 says what? Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption, we just got that word, and the glory, which goes into the kingdom of heaven, and the covenants, the old and the new covenant, pertain to who? The Israelites. And it's laid out right here clearly. We can just end all the arguing about who this pertains to. It tells you right here. The old and the new covenant pertain to the Israelites, the physical seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because that's who the Most High promised it to. He didn't promise it to any other nation. You don't find that written in the scriptures. See what you pagan Christians have done? You take the lack of understanding for the word Gentile and the word heathen, not using it in the proper context. You see, trying to place that upon everyone, and now that's why so much confusion. The Gentile and the heathen that are being brought back to the Most High are the Israelites who have been in a Gentile state of mind for generations on end. And that would include us. Because before we come into this truth, we were Gentiles, carried away unto dumb idols, even as we were led. Following after the ways of the heathen, worshiping the gods of the heathen, practicing the customs of the heathen, man. Acting like complete heathen, and that's what the Most High called us. It wasn't talking about you natural Gentiles. You don't find anywhere in the scriptures where the Most High has dealt with you heathen nations on any type of intimate level as he's dealt with the Israelites. So where are you getting this false notion from? Where are you getting this false understanding from? We know it hurts that the Most High hasn't accepted you. We know that it hurts that the Most High has basically rejected you heathen nations and deemed you to be nothing. We know it hurts. We know it's a hard pill to swallow, because why would a God do something like that? Because he's the Almighty. He can do what the fuck ever he wants to do. This is what you mortals can't seem to understand down here on this earth, man. The Most High is in control, and he set it up for his people to reign above all people. And the people, you see, outside of them are nothing, man. That's just the truth of the matter. And this is why us Israelites are hated so much. by these heathen nations? It's because the Most High chose us and he's rejected all of them. But this is just what it is, man. And now the prophets have been raised up here in these last days to give you the true understanding of what's really going on in these scriptures. You see? It says what? So the covenants were given to the Israelites. It says what? And the giving of the law were given to who? The Israelites. And the service of the Most High, which goes into the priesthood, is what? Of the Israelites. Only the Israelites were set up to serve the Most High. Not you heathen nations. It says what? And the promises. That's who the heirs of promises are. Who? The Israelites. This is what it is, man. Verse 5. Whose are the fathers, and of whom as concerning the flesh Mashiach came, who is over all, Most High blessed forever, so let it be. So that's what it is. It's laid out right there. It ain't too hard to understand if the Most High is giving you the spirit to understand. But it goes on to say, Hebrews 6 and 17, wherein the Most High willing more abundantly to show unto the heirs of promise the immutability of his counsel, confirmed it by an oath. And when you go into what immutability is, it goes into what? Immutability.
Strong's G 276. Ametathatos. Ametathatos.
Ametathatos, right? It says what? Not transposed, not to be transferred, fixed, unalterable. That's what the Most High's will is. It's unalterable. It's unchanging. Just like we read in Malachi 3 and 6, showing you that the Old Testament and the New Testament go hand in hand. You can't disassociate one with the other. It all goes hand in hand, man, because everything that was taught in the New Testament is based and founded upon what was written in the Old Testament. You see? Unchangeability of what? The unchangeability of his counsel. That's why he tells you what, my counsel shall stand and I will do all my pleasure, because it doesn't change. He confirmed it by an oath unto who? Our forefather Abraham. He swore upon himself. When he could swear by nothing greater, he swore upon himself because he's the Almighty. He is the highest. That he was going to do these things, man. Hebrews 6 and 18 says what? That by two immutable things in which it is impossible for the Most High to lie, you see, we might have a strong consolation who have fled for refuge to lay hold upon the hope set before us. You see? Now, let's get one more, then we get into that. We'll get into that Jeremiah 31 in the GNT. Let's get one of my favorites, man. Numbers 23 and 19. It says what? Numbers 23 and 19. The Most High is not a man that he should lie, neither the Son of Man that he should repent. Have he said, and shall he not do it? Or have he spoken, and shall he not make it good? Exactly. Everything the Most High said he's going to do it, because what? That's the type of God that he is. He's not a God of lies, a God of deceit, a God of not coming through on his promises. Go check his track record, man. Everything the Most High has done he has brought it to, it's like everything he's spoken, he's brought it to pass. You see, and this is no different when it comes to the promises that were made unto our forefathers and to their descendants after them, man. Forgot the music. They got to set the mood. But yeah, man, this is what it is, man. The Most High said he was going to do these things, and that's what is going to be done. So now that we've got the understanding that the Most High doesn't change, that we got the understanding that the Most High's counsel is unmutable, unchangeable, unalterable, let's go and show you what the Most High has promised to do for his people and his people only, man. This Bible does not belong to anyone but the nation of Israel. And what you pagan Christians have done, you've taken this book and published it and given it to everyone on the earth and everyone is reading this thing as if it pertains to them, and it doesn't. If you're not of the physical seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, this has nothing to do with you. You see? That's what it is. If you're not of the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, this has nothing to do with you. And to go even deeper than that, if you're not of the seed of Abraham through you see by that gift of faith, this doesn't pertain to you right now either. Because this Bible is only for the remnant of the nation of Israel right now. And the 2/3 of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans will be, it'll pertain to you in the kingdom of heaven after death by pain. You see? The Most High didn't give this book to the Elamites or the Edomites or the Hamites or the Moabites or the whoever. This book is for the 12 tribes of Israel, man. That's who this pertains to. No one else. Let's go here. Now, I'm reading this in the GNT because I like how it's translated, and just makes it plain, man. So it says what? Israel's return home. Where is our home? Where is our country? It's in the middle, so-called Middle East. You see? Our land, the land that we're going to be taken back to once Yahushua returns is the land that stretches from the Nile River to the Euphrates River. That's the land that we're going back to as a people. You see? And the Most High has promised to bring us back into that land all throughout these scriptures. And that's where we're going to rule the planet Earth from. The land that was given unto our forefather Abraham for an everlasting possession, and to his seed after him. You see? Now let's get into it. This is Jeremiah 31:1. It says what? Yahweh says, the time is coming when I will be the God of all the tribes of Israel, and they shall be my people. There it is. Never mentions any. This is prophecy, man. This is something that's going to happen in the future. And the Most High doesn't mention anything about the heathen nations, you see, when it comes to this. And what is this alluding to? It's alluding to us being brought into that second covenant, because if you understand what the Most High is referring to, you see, when you go back to Genesis 17 and verse 5. Oh no, we're going to get to the point. Genesis 17:7 says what? And I will establish my covenant between me and thee and thy seed after thee in their generations, for an everlasting covenant, to be a God unto thee and to thy seed after thee. This is the Most High talking to our forefather Abraham. That everlasting covenant is us being brought into everlasting life. Us having the law, statutes, and commandments put into our inward part. To never sin again, to never go off again. To have those righteous immortal bodies. This is what the Most High promised to bring us into, and it's going to be done through our Lord Yahushua. And it's all based and founded upon a promise and the oath that the Most High made unto our forefather Abraham. So it is going to come to pass. It is going to be fulfilled. Now let's go back. Jeremiah 31:1. Yahweh says, the time is coming when I will be the God of all the tribes of Israel, and they will be my people. And that goes into all 12 tribes being brought back to the Most High. But it begins with the remnant of all 12 tribes being brought back now. You see, those who have faith in Yahushua. It says, in the desert I showed mercy to those people who had escaped death. When the people of Israel longed for rest, I appeared to them from far away. People of Israel, I have always loved you, so I continue to show you my constant love. You see that? People of Israel, I have always loved you, so I continue to show my constant love. He's never said this about any other nation, man. You see? The Most High only loves the 12 tribes of Israel. We are his special people above all nations that are upon the face of the earth, man. It says what? Once again, I will rebuild you. Once again, you will take up your tambourines and dance joyfully. You see that? All this shit that we go through right now, man, it's going to be a thing of the past. Once Yahushua comes to save us, Lord willing, we be a part of that number that get to go with him first. All this doubt and uncertainty, all this sorrow and pain and anguish and tribulation that we go through here on this side up on the Esau, it's all going to be done away with, man. We're going to be brought back into a state of joy and rejoicing and glory and peace and rest. You see? This is what the Most High has in store for his people. This is the Most High's counsel that cannot be changed, that will not be changed. It says, Once again, you will plant vineyards on the hills of Samaria, and those who plant them will eat what the vineyards produce. You see that? We're coming back into, we're about to be brought into a state of everlasting glory and rest, man. In righteousness. And we're going to be blessed beyond all measure. And it tells us this in Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 14. Those blessings, man. This is what we're being prepared to be brought into. That's a part of that everlasting covenant that the Most High promised our forefather Abraham he will bring us into. You see? Having great substance, having great, everything, man. It says what? Yes, the time is coming when centuries will call out on the hills of Ephraim, let us go to Zion, to Yahweh our power. Yahweh says, sing with joy for Israel, the greatest of the nations. Why? Because that's what he ordained us to be. We are the greatest nation on this planet Earth. And we're about to be brought into everlasting greatness when the Lord Yahweh Shah returns. To rule this earth in complete righteousness forevermore. Getting everything back in complete order upon the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. It says what? Sing your song of praise. Yahweh has saved his people. He has rescued all who are left. And who is that? The remnant. That's who's going to be saved, man. The remnant is going to be saved first and foremost. Eight. I will bring them from the north, which is Babylon the Great, America, North America, and gather them from the ends of the earth. Why? It's because he scattered us because of our disobedience. But now you have the remnant being reawakened here in this earth in the last days, and they're believing upon Yahweh Shah and moving as we have been commanded to move in the Holy Spirit. And when Yahweh Shah returns, man, if we be a part of their number to go, hey, we're going to be taken up with him. As the Most High promised. You see? The Most High promised to save us from all the lands we've been scattered to. And it's going to be crazy how it happens, man, because you're going to have Israelites returning, being saved from all over the planet. You see? Look at that. The restored remnant. Isaiah 11 and 11, it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. So you're going to have the remnant of Israel being saved from all the lands on the earth, and they're going to come back looking like all the nations we have been scattered amongst for all these generations. So this is why we hate when people call us black Hebrew Israelites, because this is not about skin color, because you're going to have all of our people coming back looking like all the nations we've been scattered to. See, they use that term black to try to demonize us, man. You see? To try to make this great awakening something dark. Something sinister. That's why they use that term black. Because it's easier to demonize. But we're telling you, man, you're going to have Israelites coming back looking like Arabs. You're going to have Israelites coming back looking like so-called Chinese and so-called Japanese and so-called Africans. You're going to have Israelites returning. You're going to have Israelites being taken up into the chariots that look like Edomites, man. This is that great work that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah is going to do, as he promised. Verse 12 says what? And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth, north, east, south, and west. Those are the four corners. That's where the remnant, the outcasts of Israel, are going to be gathered from. From wherever we're scattered to, man. It all lines up. So it says what? Jeremiah 31 and 8. And I will bring them from the north, and gather them from the ends of the earth. The blind and the lame will come with them. Pregnant women, so women that they're going to be saved pregnant. You see that? And those about to give birth. So you're going to have women going up in the chariots who are about to give birth, man. Because what does the scripture say? She shall be saved in childbearing. That's how you women are going to be saved, man, by bearing the children of the men of the remnant. You see that? It says what? Whew. Call Allah Yahweh Shah. It says what? My people will return weeping, praying as I lead them back. I will guide them to streams of water on a smooth road where they will not stumble. I am like a father to Israel, and Ephraim is my oldest son. And this is what the Most High is doing, man. He's guiding us in this truth, man. He's guiding us on this path of light through the Lord Yahweh Shah. You see? This is what's being done with the remnant of the nation of Israel. Being brought back to our Almighty Father, man. Verse 10 says what? Yahweh says, nations, listen to me, and proclaim my words on the far off shores. And it says what? I scattered my people, but I will gather them and guard them as a shepherd guards his flock. So it's not a coincidence that you see us so-called blacks standing upon our feet here in these last days proclaiming that we're the Israelites. This is a phenomenon in the sight of the nations, but we already know what it is, man. This is prophecy being fulfilled right before your eyes. What you're witnessing is the Most High gathering his people just like he said he would in prophecy. And the thing is this is not something new that was just written in the Bible, man. This has been here. And look, in the process of time, it's happening right before you. This is not a chance happening or a coincidence, man. This great event of the Israelites reawakening here in the last days is what? All according to what the Most High said would happen. You see? In prophecy. And another thing, this shows you who the Most High's flock is. Is who? The Israelites. Like Yahweh Shah say what? I am only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Why? Because the lost sheep of the house of Israel, they make up the Most High's flock. That does not pertain to all nations, man. Verse 11 says what? I have set Israel's people free and have saved them from a mighty nation, mainly the Edomites. That's who we need to be saved from, man, because he's the final ruler. He's the final heathen ruler on the earth. And just like ancient Pharaoh, these Edomites have us in their possession and they refuse to let us go. You see? They refuse to let us go. And it's meant to be that way because the Most High even tells us, no man shall save us, man. No man shall buy us or redeem us. The only way we get up out of this captivity from up under Esau is by way of the Lord Yahweh Shah. That's how the Most High has it set up for us to be saved and delivered. It's not going to be anything that we can do by our own means or by our own strength or carnally. We're going to be delivered from the hands of our enemies through faith in the Lord Yahweh Shah, man, and that's the only way. It says what? Verse 12. They will come and sing for joy on Mount Zion and be delighted with my gifts. Gifts of grain and wine and olive oil. Gifts of sheep and cattle. Whoo! They will be like a well-watered garden. They will have everything they need. And that goes back into what? Us being brought into those blessings because we're going to be brought into that second covenant. It's a whole process of things taking place on this earth according to prophecy, man. And you people are witnessing and you don't even understand what the fuck is going on. But we're here to give you the breakdown of it. The Most High is fulfilling his promise that he made unto our forefather Abraham. And he's causing what? Abraham's faithful descendants to be reawakened in the earth to receive that salvation so we can come into all the blessings, to all the promises, to the new covenant. You see this? This is what it is, man. It says what they will be like a well-watered garden. We're going to flourish. You see? They will have everything they need. So we'll never be in a state of want ever again. a state of lacking, of getting the scraps or the hand-me-downs. Nah, man, we're about to be brought into full glory, where we're going to have the best of everything forevermore. 13 says what? Then the young women will dance and be happy, and men young and old will rejoice. I will comfort them and turn their mourning into joy, their sorrow into gladness. And that's what we're suffering here now, man. Sorrow and mourning up under our enemy. You see, in a kingdom of uncertainty, you don't know at one day, everything could go wrong. You know what I'm saying? Your body can be failing you. You know what I'm saying? You have a car issue, a financial issue. You might have an issue with your woman, an issue with your living situation. You see? Demons plaguing your mind. These are the mournings and sorrows that we go through in this kingdom of hell up under Esau. You see? But the Most High, He's comforting us from this, man. We're being comforted. Because not only have we received this Holy Spirit, we receive this understanding of these scriptures to let us know what we have awaiting us, man. So we're in that first part of being covenant, even though we have those little bouts of depression because we're still stuck in this place suffering. We already know that it won't always be like this, man. This ain't the expected end the Most High has for His people. He's going to bring us into some glory, and it's all for what? It's all for Him to be glorified. He's about to bring us into joy and gladness. And it's going to be that way forevermore, man. It says what? Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. That's when we come into the kingdom of heaven, man. Where sorrow will be a thing of the past, man. Uncertainty will be a thing of the past. You see? Verse 14 says what? I will fill the priests with the richest food and satisfy all the needs of my people. I, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, have spoken it. Hey, if He spoke it, guess what? It's going to come to pass, man. It says what? The Lord's mercy on Israel. Verse 15, it says, Yahweh says, a sound is heard in Ramah, the sound of bitter weeping. Rachel is crying for her children. They are gone. And she refuses to be comforted. Now, this goes into a future prophecy that will take place during the time of our Lord Yahweh Shai's birth, where Herod knew that the Messiah was born, and he commissioned that what? All the male children of Israel 2 years and under be slaughtered, man. You see? And you devils have to pay for that as well. But it goes on to say, stop your crying and wipe away your tears. All that you have done for your children will not go unrewarded. They will return from the enemy's land. Because what? That's what the Most High has. That's how the Most High has it set up. We're only serving a punishment for a short time. Now that time has come to an end. It tells you that in Isaiah 40. And it also tells you in the book of Lamentation. You see? That the punishment of our iniquity has been accomplished. You see? It says what? So, the punishment of our iniquity is accomplished. Now it's time for what? It's time for us to receive salvation. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. Verse 17. There is hope for your future. Your children will come back home. I, Yahweh, have spoken. You see? These are all things that the Most High has promised to do, but you have the pagan Christians saying, oh, that's not going to happen anymore. That's not going to be done anymore. When we read in the scriptures, that's why you have to read precept upon precept, that what? The Most High does not change. He doesn't alter. You see, He doesn't change his will or His counsel, man. So if He's spoken it's going to happen. It says what? Verse 18, I hear the people of Israel saying grief. Yahweh, we were like an untamed animal, but you taught us to obey. Bring us back. We are ready to return to you, Yahweh, our power. We turned away from you, but soon we wanted to return, because what? We got a taste of what it's like to be out here in the earth without Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. See, the remnant, we're understanding now. We understand now what happens when we go off and try to do our own thing and oppose Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man, it results in nothing good for us. And this is why we see ourselves in this condition as a people. The remnant don't understand why we're in this condition. We're in this condition because what we brought it upon ourselves by transgression the Most High's law. And now the remnant is in the spirit to return and do what the Most High has commanded us to do. You see? It says what? Verse 19. We turned away from you, but soon we wanted to return. After you had punished us, we hung our heads in grief. We were ashamed and disgraced because we sinned when we were young. And there it is. You see? Verse 20. Israel, you are my dearest child, the one I love best. Whenever I mention your name, I think of you with love. My heart goes out to you. I will be merciful. And we are receiving of the Most High's mercy now, man. And it began with Yahweh Shai coming 2,000 years ago and being that sacrifice for us. It was a wrap. That's the Most High's mercy right there, man, for sacrificing His Son on our behalf so we can be returned and be brought back. So we can have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's the Most High's mercy, man. Verse 21 says what? Set up signs and mark the road. Find again the way by which you left. Come back, people of Israel. Come home to the towns you left. How long will ye hesitate, faithless people? I have created something new and different, as different as a woman protecting a man. You see, and that's what's been done up under Esau here in this final heathen rulership, man. Everything is being turned upside down because Esau is not governing the planet Earth by way of the righteous way. And now the remnant, we understand, man, that this shit that Esau has set up here is completely off, it's backwards, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. And how do we know? Because we see death running rampant. We see disease running rampant. The animals are killing themselves, man. People are killing themselves. You see? Adultery is at an all-time high. Murder is at an all-time high. You see? People all throughout this country are strung out upon all type of fucking drugs, man. And this is what the world has become upon the Esau. And now we see that this man's way is not the right way, man. It all leads to death. It all leads to destruction and decay. You see that? Women ruling over men. That's something that's allowed up under Esau. And it leads to nothing profitable, man. It all leads to death. It says what? The future prosperity of the Most High's people. All these words, all throughout these scriptures, man, that the Most High has promised. And you fucking Christians come along, you pagan Christians come along and say, no, I know he spoke all these things, but no, just throw that away. No, man, that's not how it works. The Most High spoke these words for them to be fulfilled, man. So his glory can be seen through his special people. It says what? Jeremiah 31:23. Yahweh Almighty, the God of Israel, says, when I restore the people to their land, they will once again say in the land of Judah and in his towns, may Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai bless the sacred hill of Jerusalem, the holy place where he lives. People will live in Judah and in all its towns, and there will be farmers and shepherds with their flocks. I will refresh those who are weary and will satisfy with food everyone who is weak from hunger. And will satisfy with food everyone who is weak from hunger. So then, people will say, I went to sleep and woke up refreshed. I, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, say that the time is coming when I will fill the land of Israel and Judah with people and animals. You see that? That's because what? We're going to go back into our land and the Most High is going to increase our substance. You see, and all 12 tribes are going back, man, to the land of our inheritance that was passed down from our forefathers. It says what? And just as I took care to uproot, to pull down, to overthrow, to destroy, and demolish them, which was done. You see, by the Most High putting us upon those curses because of our disobedience. You see, he put the curses on us, didn't he? It says what? So will I take care to plant them and build them up. So just like he promised to put us up under those curses, he's promised he's going to put us up under these blessings. So we're witnessing and living out the curses right now. So just like we are experiencing this, just know and understand that we're going to come up under the blessings. You see? We're going to come up under the blessings, man. It says what? When that time comes, people will no longer say their parents ate the sour grapes, but their children got the sour taste. But instead, those who eat sour grapes will have their teeth set on edge, and everyone will die because of their sins. And this is the time we're living in now. You see? Where you're going to be judged for what you, as an Israelite, you're going to be judged for what you're doing on the earth. You're either going to be judged and receive a reward of righteousness. You're going to rejoice. And you're either going to be judged and receive a reward for righteousness, or you're going to be judged and receive a reward for your wicked behavior, man. That's what's about to be done. Everyone is going to have to pay for what they've done on this earth, whether it be good or bad. You see? But everything is playing out. And this is going to happen during it right here. This time of great judgment where the Most High is going to separate the righteous from the wicked. That's going to happen during the time of Jacob's trouble, man. You see? But that's what's coming. So that's the first part. Now, like I said, I will break this. I'm going to come back with a part 2 to do this 31 on down, because this goes into us being brought into that second covenant. So I'm going to add a few more things to it, probably go into the blessings to show you what we have coming as the Most High has promised. See, these pagan Christians have no clue what these scriptures are talking about, man. Everything that the Most High has spoken all throughout the Old Testament, it will come to pass. And when you fast forward to the New Testament, the Yahweh and the apostles was reiterating and teaching what was written in the Old, man. You see why? Because these words are faithful and true, and everything the Most High has spoken, it is going to happen. And so I'm going to end it by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful Le'akim out there, pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai has created us to do. With that, I'm going to say Shalom, Wa, Abba, Abba.